Okay, looks like we are live. We wait. Looks like we're live. Okay, we're live. Make sure I got everything organized. I think I do. I think I do for this question. Let's see here. Take a look at the email of the day. Okay, enough for the dramatics. Enough for that. Hi, Justin explains everything. Is it perfectly fine and normal to quit a job that you've worked at for about 2 years without giving a 2 week notice? I've worked at this job for just over 2 years. I'm miserable. I hate it. The pay's mediocre. The boss is an asshole. The employees are okay, not the best, not the worst. Um, I'm making above minimum wage, but the hours suck. The pay's mediocre. Um, the benefits suck. But I have been there for over 2 years since actually closer to 2.5 years, late 2019. I started there. Okay. Okay. Well, to answer your question on the 2 week notice thing, okay, you hate your job. The pay's okay, not the greatest, average pay. If you weigh all of that out, honestly, I would say, and I've done this before, I'll be completely honest. Um, you don't have to give a 2 week notice. You don't have to. Um, I would say if you're not happy with your job, it's miserable, and you can't even stick it out for 2 more weeks, I would say just quit. Don't give them your notice. Stick it to them. They always expect you to, like, employers, excuse me, always expect you to, like, cater to them and, oh, give them the 2 week notice. Um, be respectful, be kind, be professional, but yet they're not professional towards you. They're not professional towards you. Um, Last I checked, most employers don't give you a 2 week notice when they're about to terminate you. So, I mean, they just terminate you. They don't say, hey, in 2 weeks, don't come back to work anymore. Um, However, I will say this: if if you've been with a company for a significant amount of time, 2, 3, 4, 5+ years, the pay's pretty good. The employer has been good to you. Your fellow employees have been good to you. Um, and it's a important job that you've done. I would say give them a 2 week notice. Just out of respect, give them your 2 week notice out of respect. Um, but if it's like a crappy, low paying job and it's not going to be like a do or die uh, um, situation on your resume for further jobs in the future, I would say, who cares? Just quit whenever you want. Um, but if it's like a good paying job, the benefits are good, the role that you're serving with the company is good, and a high up role or at least an important role, I would say at least give them your 2 week notice. Um, because you want to be able to use them as a reference on your resume. Um, but like if you're really, really grossly unhappy with the job, like really unhappy with it, and it's just an average job, I would say fuck it. Who cares? You know, just walk out, quit, tell them, hey, I'm not happy. Maybe, maybe, and this is something that I've learned, if you walk up to the boss, whoever your boss is, the manager or supervisor, and you say to them, hey, I'm not happy here. This environment sucks. I'm not getting the pay I deserve. I'm not getting the benefits I deserve. I'm not getting the schedule I deserve, hours, days. Um, a lot of times you'd be surprised. They will, and many times, if they're desperate enough, they will actually take you aside and say, hey, what do you need? Do you need a raise? Do you need better hours? Do you need a different job here amongst us? They could move you around and give you a better job, maybe better money. Um, but if it's like a shitty dead end job that's not going to lead anywhere, I would just say fuck them and just quit without giving them a notice. To stick it to them. Because they don't do that to the employees. They don't say, hey, we're giving you a 2-week notice before we terminate your ass. So, so, I would go that route. If that's the case, you're really unhappy, you're really miserable. But like I said, if it's a job, you said you've been there over 2 years, 2.5 years. You said the pay's okay, but not the best. You might be able to go in to the office and speak to whoever's in charge, the boss, whoever, and tell them that you're unhappy with your employment, with your job, with your situation that you're in with the company, and you might be able to get them to change shifts, whatever it be, hours, days, scheduling. You might be able to get that done, and they might actually give you a better job within the company without having to quit and get a different job. Because it's a pain in the ass when you're trying to get a different job. Oh man, doing applications or sending out your resume. It's such a pain. I learned that the hard way. A couple of years ago, I quit my job that I was at for 3 years. The pay was pretty good. All the employees that I worked with was really good. The job itself was okay, not too bad. And one day I just said, fuck it. I quit. I didn't give them a 2-week notice. Didn't give them anything. But me, I don't know if it's a smart thing or an idiotic thing to do, but I still use them on my resume. Still use them. I don't know. I gamble on that. I don't think most employers call your previous jobs on your resume. Some probably do, but I think a lot of them are lazy and they don't want to deal with, hassling, calling up. Hey, how was this employer? How was this employee at your last job? So like you could probably quit your job without giving a notice or any kind of warning and probably still 9 times out of 10 use them on your resume, because most employers, like I said, are lazy. They don't want to have to look all of that crap up and call phone numbers. Hey, how was Justin, or how was Jeff, or how was Samantha as an employee at your job? Most companies don't want to go through that. At least the management doesn't want to have to go through that. So you probably don't have to worry about like your next employer or future employer calling up, any past employers that you work for. You probably don't have to worry about that. So, I mean, shit, you know what, to be honest, my answer to your question, I know you sound miserable as far as your job experience and everything, but my answer to your question is, if you're able to tolerate the next couple of weeks at your job, give them your 2-week notice and tolerate it, fine. Then stick it out and do it. You might even line up another job in the next 2 weeks. So But if you're really, really, really miserable and you're not able to tolerate it, let's say you're unhappy with your job, the boss, like you are, I would just quit. Just quit and say, screw it. I'm not going to give them a notice or anything. I would just quit. And from my experience, I would say if you quit, even if you don't give them your 2 week notice, I would still put them down on your resume and everything. Put all the information down, what you did. Um, because the odds of your next job calling them up and asking them about you is slim to none, really slim. You don't have to worry about them calling um, this job up and asking them, well, how were you? Did you leave unexpectedly? Was you a bad employee? I would say you don't have to worry. The only time you might have to worry is if like you're like a big shot, way up high, and like maybe you're a regional manager or district manager, that's different. But if you're like a bottom tier or even middle of the line entry level employee, a laborer, a general laborer, just doing basic labor work, um, and you quit without giving your notice, without giving a 2 week notice, um, yeah, I don't think you have to worry about your next employer calling them up and asking them, oh, how were they at work? Did they quit? Did they give a 2 week notice? You probably don't have to worry too much about that happening. I mean, it could happen, but I would say the odds of it are very low of that happening. So my answer is if you're really unhappy, quit. Don't give them your notice. Just tell them, hey, um, I expect more respect. Um, I expect more value for what I do. Um, and frankly, I don't like this job anymore and I'm done. I'm out of here. And like I said, maybe they'll surprise you and offer you something better. That does happen. You know, you could threaten them to quit and they might actually offer you a better position, higher up position. So you never know. So that's my answer to you for this question, this stream, this video. Um, Hope I gave you the best advice that I could possibly give you. Like I said, I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm not God. I don't have all the answers, but common sense tells me, for this topic, quit if you like, stay if you like for 2 weeks. Either one's fine, but if you're really unhappy, I would just quit and then still use them as a reference, and you should be good to go. So that's it, guys. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate the likes, the subscriptions, the comments down below. Um, and also, if you guys want me to do a video request just for you, go to the About section, click the email link, my email link, and ask me a question. I'll do the video for you. So that should be it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy yourself, stay safe, have fun, party. Um, and I will see you guys on the next stream. Peace out, everybody.